News 12's Brian Donohue travels the state top to bottom looking for stories usually not seen anyplace else. Everyday people, out-of-the-way places, and anything that's absolutely positively New Jersey. Every year, he looks back at his favorites. Here's 2022.
2022, the year I finally got invited to tea time at the governor's mansion, albeit the one used in the 1760s, and learned to love that bane of my childhood, adult swim time at the neighborhood pool. Yeah, the year flew by like the blur of traffic past the John Bon Jovi, I'm still calling it Cheesequake service area.
You got nice maracas, right?
Begging the question, just how much can you fit in one short year in one small state? As I look back on another year exploring all things positively New Jersey, I realize the answer is pretty mind-blowing. First off, let's just talk about the sheer fun of it all. Trying on the last pair of pants at the next-to-last Kmart in New Jersey. Hosting a water pistol reenactment of the Burr-Hamilton duel in Weehawken.
Get down! Get down!
Going for a January surf with a kid who's headed for 1,000 straight days of riding waves.
Here comes one. This is your wave.
And trying to sell Manhattan tourists on the stunning skyscraper views of New Jersey.
The New Jersey view is better than the New York view.
That's all. Yeah, despite 3 decades of reporting here, there's still no shortage of places I was visiting for the very first time, like Snake Hill in the Meadowlands, the Eggomat egg dispenser machine, Sandy Hook's Nike nuclear missile launch site, the La Monica Scungilli factory.
Yeah, put the fork in and just pull it out.
There were quirks of New Jersey life to relish, celebrate, and debate, like Jersey barriers, the endangered Parkway toll booth basket, and New Jerseyans' reputation for flipping the middle finger.
You flip the bird to people?
I have not done that since I matured.
And oh, the people I've met, folks who lived through remarkable history, folks powering through it now, and people who are trying to change it. Nurses struggling as hospitals filled up with COVID patients again.
You know, it's just building and building and building.
Ex-cons who spent a frigid night on the streets of Patterson as part of their effort to prevent violence. And a man who stood on an Elizabeth Street corner where 70 years earlier his mother had been killed when one of 3 airliners to crash in the city in 1952 hit his family's house.
Makes my stomach turn.
And stood alongside former residents as they watched the Seth Boyden houses, the oldest of Newark's post-war public housing projects, meet the bulldozers.
A lot of us, the way we live, we really wasn't supposed to make it this far because that's what they expect this type of atmosphere to do to people like us. But we made it.
The characters I met weren't all just humans. There was an uber extrovert and internet-famous box turtle named Otis. The annual salamander migration in East Brunswick, a record number of whales off the coast, not to mention the guy in the Meadowlands who tied up a surfboard so snapping turtles had a place to sit while he feeds them cheese doodles on his lunch break.
They know me. I've been feeding them for years. They come up to me like a puppy.
Unfortunately, the eastern goldfinch, which I tried to get fired, remains the official state bird of New Jersey.
It's just that you and us, it's just not a good fit.
All jokes aside, there were humbling stories of humanity I'll never forget. A Ukrainian-American community that spent every waking minute in a massive aid mobilization effort. And a man with terminal cancer who launched a food drive for the needy.
The thing is, I'm going to die, I know that. But let's put that aside. And let's see what you can do in the world, help people out a little bit.
And then there were moments of pure, transcendent joy. Music icon George Clinton's return to his childhood grade school in Newark. A climb up the Absecon Lighthouse to hang out with Buddy Grover, the 95-year-old lighthouse keeper. And my personal favorite, watching the St. Peter's men's basketball team's magical run to the NCAA's Elite Eight, alongside the Peacock's biggest fan, my dad.
I don't know how to do it. Try to explain it.
It seems impossible that 2023 could possibly be as full of amazing stories as the year that's ending now, but, you know, I thought the same thing last year. I'm Brian Donohue, wishing everyone a happy and positively New Jersey 2023. Yeah, even the goldfinches.
Glad to see they made amends. If you have an idea or suggestion for where Brian should go next, email him positivelynj@news12.com.